Hi there and welcome back. I'm in the hub again, and this time I'm at the Cisco booth, and I am joined today by Tom. Hi Tom.
Hi there, how you doing?
I am good. Now Tom, I've got questions for you, as you would, as you might suspect, being that we've been setting up for this, but Cisco and Microsoft have had a partnership for a long time. Tell me what we're doing in that space.
Great question. So Cisco and Microsoft, as you say, partnered. I work in the collaboration area. Mm-hmm. Historically, if you go back 10 years, even maybe 5 years, we were in stiff competition. About 3 years ago, by popular demand from our common customers, was for Cisco with our devices and in-room technology to partner up with the Microsoft Teams team to get the Microsoft Teams experience into those rooms. And we're meeting all sorts of customers as we're at this event who were really driving us to work more tightly together. That was, I want to say, about 3 years ago where we signed our names to the agreement and started working, and it's been a great relationship since. I have to say, it's something I get very involved with. I talk to Ilya and Albert and Arena and Milena and Marin and everybody else on the Microsoft Teams team. We work extremely tightly every week on what we're doing.
Yeah, well, you know all the names there. You're talking,
I know.
You're talking to all
crew.
the people. So, we've talked about, obviously we've been working together, Microsoft and Cisco, for a long time, but where are we today? What are you showing us here, for example, that we can see behind us, this meeting room?
Yeah, maybe I'll just talk about kind of what were the technical drivers that we agreed when we started to get into the partnership. So the technical drivers were, one, we had an awful lot of AI technology that was being built in the Microsoft cloud and being brought into the Teams experience. And one of the key things from the Microsoft side was we have to make sure that as we do the integrations with our room technologies, we did not dumb down or reduce the experience that was being built in the Microsoft cloud. Part one. Part two, Cisco's investing massively in AI in the room and in the management architecture, and we wanted to make sure that that experience was simple and easy for our users and make sure that that wasn't dumbed down. And so the agreement was to make sure we could get the best of both worlds and bring those two pieces together. And so that's what really, I think, drove the developments. And actually the results of that we're seeing proved out now in the field with our customer base. Yeah.
So go on then, tell me a little bit specifically about what's in that flash conference room. Can you give me
I'll give you a sneak peek.
Give me the elevator pitch of what's in there.
Okay, let's see how I do, and then you can critique.
Okay.
So part of Cisco's goal is to make sure, and this is something actually we did a short video recording of Espen Løberg and Ilya, talking about what were the drivers for Cisco and Microsoft. And when I talk about AI, at the heart of it, it's that we can get AI technology and AI experiences into every space, into all over the buildings, in all spaces. And so for Cisco, one of the critical things is that deployability, manageability, and usability is extremely straightforward for our community. And so that's what we're really demoing in here is an MTR experience for what's really quite a complex room with multiple cameras, ceiling microphones, lots of integrated piece parts. Our team set this up in hours, this room.
Nice.
And so when we talk about these spaces, the goal is to be able to make it extremely easy to get these AI-driven experiences into rooms that, obviously the small huddle spaces, the desk spaces, easy, sometimes thousands of these going out, but also into these larger rooms in a very simple, effective, and dial tone reliable experience. And so that's what we're really demoing here is how that MTR experience can be brought into all sorts of room spaces in a simple and effective and scalable way.
Now, I'm going to have to pick you up on something you said there, Tom. You said dial tone reliability, and as someone who used to work with phones back in the day...
I've triggered you on your old world.
What does that mean? Just because I've not heard that phrase before.
So I'll give an example that I think a lot of people out in the AV community and those users who are using these kind of spaces, let's pick a divisible room as an example, or maybe an auditorium, one of these more complex spaces. Very often there is a challenge where I start a meeting that I've scheduled and oops, something didn't work. And now I have to phone the techs, have them run in with a 5-minute SLA to come and fix whatever didn't get configured because I removed the divisible wall but the reconfiguration didn't happen. by simplifying the architecture massively using AV over IP, essentially the core architectural principles of Cisco, we're simplifying the architecture, which means it's much, much more reliable even for these big spaces. So now I can do divisible rooms and auditoriums and classrooms and large boardrooms and so on and so on and so on, and still have the same expectations I would have in a small huddle space, for example.
That's pretty cool, because I think everybody has at some point in their career been a victim of a meeting room or some part of a meeting room not working, right?
Yeah, and I think it's also like, and then if I have a lot of bits and pieces and piece parts all working together, what's gone wrong? I don't have the root cause analysis, the quick ability to go and get to the problems. I don't have the remote management capabilities. That's really what we're doing. That partnership with Microsoft and Cisco is allowing us to scale massively. And actually, some of our customers are like many thousands of MTR devices, and they're getting those done in a matter of months. So it's a total step change, I think, in what's possible now in terms of deployment.
Tom, that sounds amazing. I'm excited for meeting rooms that work reliably all the time. And for more, to learn more about Cisco, you can go to the link that you can see below on our screens.